And we are getting a shuttle ride. Two doggos, Sasha and Liberty. Just got to the summit of Bluff Mountain. See the weather blowing out. Oh yeah, that's where we're going. I guess there was an old fire tower that used to be here. Yeah, we're hiking back to that bridge. That's the bridge we walked over yesterday. Hit it, hot, humid. It's not nice at all. Oh man, my camera lenses. So we got about 4 more miles today. As you can see, I'm dark orange. Normally I'm light orange. It's dripping from my face, my eyes, my nose. But we took a shuttle 10 miles up. We're hiking back into town. I've been feeling kind of wonky. So I don't know if it's the change in the weather, the heat, the humidity, or the antibiotics I'm on. I don't know, whatever. So today's a 11 mile day. But we're taking it smartly and doing more down than up. So, and it's going to end back at the bridge that we crossed over yesterday. So I think I'm going to jump in, cool off. If not, then as soon as I get back to the shelter, I'm going to take a cold shower. Haven't figured it out yet. So there is a kiddie pool that I can fill up for Liberty at the shelter, so I'm going to do that today as well. She deserves a good swimming. So other than that, we're just getting the miles in, little by little. All right. And we found the first stream in 9 miles. Go ahead, Liberty, get some. Go ahead, lay down, take a break. There you go. Get it, girlfriend. Never a dull moment. This is what we're dealing with. Liberty and Sasha. Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Why don't you just elbow there? On his back.
I'm too much in the ears.
Standoff. Go, go, go! Hey, good morning. So, did a thing. The other day, the video with the James River Bridge, talking about the Continental Divide or whatnot, which you didn't see like 5 minutes before that. I had a full-on adult temper tantrum, like dropped my pack, threw my poles, kicked the dog. Okay, I didn't kick the dog, but you get what I'm saying. I don't know if it was the heat or dehydration. That was like the first time it's happened to me in a long time on a trail. So after going into town, I was able to hitch into town, and I spent the night in the shelter. I was able to get somebody to come get me and take me home. It's about a 4-hour drive, and so it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. If I was a little bit further up north, like Waynesboro, it would have been like a 3-hour drive. But so went home, took a couple days, got my truck, and so I already did a 12-mile slack pack back into town from Punch Bowl to the bridge, and then now I'm gonna close the miles from Hog Camp to Punch Bowl. So I'll knock those out and then I'll come back to the truck. It's nice because I can keep some food in there and then not have to carry as much, and I can kind of use it to resupply. It does cost a couple of bucks, but to be able to go get my truck and then get a shuttle to come back to my truck and stuff like that. So that does cost a couple of dollars. But I can also resupply in areas that I couldn't walk to before. which means I get cheaper prices because the stores right next to the trail are typically a little bit more expensive. You know, one place was selling fuel cans for $7 and they're typically $4.59. You know, stuff like that. Mac and cheese is, you know, $1.79 when it should be just about $1. So that's what we did. I also left Liberty with my friend Wendy. It's actually Liberty's breeder. And then I did that so that way, because it's supposed to rain all week and it's supposed to be in the 90s all week. So I'm going to knock out those miles, let Liberty rest. And then I'm going to drive home for Joe's retirement and then come back to the trail. Now, at that point, I'll have to decide if I'm going to flip up to Maine or not. So I'm not 100% sure. You know, this may help, you know, not having to carry as much food, lighten the load. This may definitely help. So I may continue to travel north. So we'll see. But since I have the truck, I'll be able to, at the drop of a hat, just pack it up and head north. So I wanted to try to at least get the Harpers Ferry before going north. That's mile like 1024 on the AT, and I'm at mile 800. So I'll be at like 8:15 by the end of today. It's kind of a nice center point. You know, that's where the flip-floppers typically start. They'll go to Harpers Ferry, come south, they'll go north, etc. So that's what we're doing. All right. I'm sorry that Liberty's not with us for the next couple days, but she needs a rest. So you're stuck with me. Sorry, guys. Miss my doggy. It's so quiet. But look at these views. The clouds and everything. There it is, 800 miles. Just got to the overlook to complete my miles. And some trail magic going on. We got a cooler. And it says, Jesus said, and then there's some water. And on the water it says, whoever drinks of the water that I will give him will never be thirsty again. The water that I will give him will become in him a spring of water welling up to eternal life. So, I am grateful for that. Thank you, whichever church or whoever put this out here. I appreciate it. And it's cold, so. I think it's gonna rain tonight. So, it's so noisy. Very busy road, which is why I parked my truck there. Because it'll be safer, safe-ish, safetiest. No, so day 2 without Liberty. It sucks. I hate it. But she needs some rest, and you got to do what I got to do. So I'm here at Reids Gap. These are my stomping grounds. I absolutely love the Three Ridges. You can see the weather. It's definitely supposed to rain, thunder showers and whatnot. So I got to get up and over those ridges and down to the shelter. I'm about 30 miles from where I left yesterday. So that was Hog Camp Road or whatever. So I'm gonna hike back to there and then get a ride back to here. So that'll take a day and a half, not too bad. And then I'll close up the miles going north. It's 6 miles to Humpback Rocks, which was Liberty's first hike as a 1-year-old puppy. So do Humpback Rocks and then go down to the wolf shelter. So, and then into Waynesboro, Rockfish Gap, which takes you into Waynesboro, which is cool because now I can drive into Waynesboro myself, not have to hitch. Look at me being safe. So, have I ever told you how much I love the Three Ridges? Like, I do this hike probably 3 or 4 times a year. And I keep asking all the other hikers, I'm like, hey, what'd you think of Three Ridges? And they're like, how come nobody told us? And I said, hey, I love the Three Ridges. I do it all the time. And now they say I'm all crazy. So I remind them that in the fall, it's absolutely beautiful. The overlooks and the different changes in colors and whatnot. So, all right, well, we're gonna skedaddle, get these miles in. All right, see you down trail. At the shelter, I had to do my morning constitution, my deposit, but been here before with some friends and their kids. Christopher, look what I found. Look what I found, Christopher. I'm pretty sure that right there is the rock that tried to kill you. Yep, I never forget. Finally, the rain started. Just crossed the footbridge. So I'd put my raincoat on, but I'm already soaking wet. So unless I start getting cold, I'm not gonna put my raincoat on. Grabbing some water, gonna keep on moving. So, yeah, good times. I gotta put the phone away now. Bye. So it's another day. Let's see, Three Ridge Wilderness is done. The Priest Wilderness is done. We're heading towards Spy Rock. Somebody asked me today, they're like, oh, you're heading south. I was like, well, I'm heading north, but I'm walking south. Here's what it is, something different. So I'm here at the intersection for Fire Service Road 263, and I'm just trying to figure out why the AT can't be like that path over there, or that path over there. Instead, I've got to deal with that. So, I don't know. I could use a little reprieve. So I definitely went up the Priest the wrong way. It was, I mean, I went the right way, but it was a 3,000 footer. And elevation gain. In the rain, with the mud, and all that nonsense happening at the same time. The cool thing though, I guess, all the newts came out. They were looking for water since it was raining. And they were all hanging out on the rocks on the trail. So I was dodging little orange landmines along the way, because you know it's bad enough I'm wet and cranky. I don't want to feel guilty for squishing a newt. So at least Spy Rock Vista, I guess. I'll just to get a 360 view here in a minute. Get a little bit of a view. Yep. So, after all this time, I just had my first bear encounter of this hike. It's crazy because I just talked to 3 people on horseback on a side trail 2 minutes ago, and a minute later walking, and through the ferns you could see a mama bear and her cub. Cub was a little bit bigger, but I had enough distance between me. The bear did not see me at all. I was just walking through the woods, and so I had enough distance. I wasn't between the two of them, and I made some loud noises for them. And the mama looked at me and took off running. So you can see the path this way, but that's where they took off at. So they came down from here, crossed over the trail, and then kept going. So they're way gone now. It just goes to show you that remain calm, and you know, be ready for anything. You know, that's why there are people that hike with 2 headphones in. And the one time I've done that, somebody snuck up on me behind me, and scared the bejesus out of me. So I don't hike with headphones. I do have a external speaker that I listen to on a low volume, so I can still see and hear things around me. But I wouldn't be hiking with headphones, because that mama bear did not see me, and we would have crossed paths a lot closer if I wasn't paying attention and didn't hear her first. So